Hey everybody, this is Way to Fail. Let's play some Hearthstone, where the Goblins versus Gnomes has just been released. And you haven't seen me play Hearthstone in a little while, and to be kind of honest with you, I have let my account kind of degrade back down to Angry Chicken status. So I'm sitting on a lot of old stuff right now, which is kind of exciting, kind of interesting. I do only have 15 gold, but I do have quite a bit of dust to my name because I did do some housekeeping. I say quite a bit of dust. That's honestly, in the grand scheme of things, not a lot. But we're going to be playing a little bit of Priest today if I can hit the right buttons here. But first thing is first, when you log in, you do get to get some Goblins versus Gnome packs. And you're not going to see me buy a bunch of packs today, but I will go ahead and open these three first just because for some of y'all, you just like watching other people open packs. So let's see what it looks like. And there we go. I still am using my old Ice Crown Citadel card back, so rare Dune Maul Shaman, Wind Fury Overload 1, 50% chance of attacking the wrong enemy, which is lots of ogre cards have that effect, which is pretty funny. So Salty Dog, 7/4 Pirate, Tinker's Sharp Sword of Oil, excuse me. Give your weapon 3 attack combo, or give a random friendly minion plus 3 attacks. So very nice. And Puddle Stomper, another Murloc, and Ogre Warmaul for Warriors. So I'm going to be playing Priest, not a ton here just yet, but I'm just going to be getting some cards just for funsies, and we'll see if we can get anything exciting. Dark Bomb for Warlock, 3 damage for 2 mana. Since I last played, they did change Shadow Bolt to 1 mana cost, so other little direct damage is pretty nice. Let's see here. So Burly Rockjaw Trog, whenever an opponent casts a spell, gain +2 attack. That could be interesting. Rare is One-Eyed Cheat. Whenever you summon a pirate, gain stealth. That's funny. And Ogre Brute, 50% chance of attacking the wrong enemy. That's actually a very nice 3 mana for 4/4. And Tinkertown Technician, Battlecry. If you have a mech, gain +1/+1. Add a spare part to your hand. Cool. One more. Like I said, not going to go into super deep discussion because that's the fun part about new stuff being released like this, is that nobody really knows what's going on. And I think I got not 3 awesome packs, but Warbot, Shrinkmeister. So yay, 1 Priest card, give a minion -2 attack this turn. That's actually a really good card. Antique Healbot, which is a very good all-class card. Restore 8 health to your hero, which I've heard this can be very effective in Handlock, although it is 5 mana, so it is pretty expensive. And Anodized Robo Cub, which is just cute in general. Taunt, choose 1, +1 attack or +1 health. Very interesting early game card for Druid. And Call Pet. Draw a card. If it's a beast, it costs 4 less. So that's interesting. Like I said, there's a lot of new mechanics in the expansion, and there's a lot of new cards. What I'm going to do now, I do have a deck that I do want to try. I don't have all of the cards for it, obviously, because I do want to play some Priest here, and I do want to go over just a little bit in terms of crafting modes, some of the cards that I'm going to be adding to this. One of them is Light of the Naru, which is a 1 mana restore 3 health if a target is still damaged, summon a Light Warden. That is going to be pretty interesting to say the least. So we're going to create 2 of those. As I apologize, that effect is very loud for the recording, and there's absolutely nothing I can do about it right now. Alright, so other effects, Shadow Bomber. Not going to play with that. Shadow Boxer, which is interesting. Not going to play with that as well. We're going to make a second Shrinkmeister, because those are just good cards in general. Let's see, here's all Velen's Chosen. Give a minion +2, +4, and spell damage +1. That is a really nice buff. And the thing is that Priest, unlike some other classes, can actually keep their minions alive long enough to do things here. And +4 health is generally going to keep you alive. Although, obviously, some people would say, well, it can just get silenced. Well, yeah, a lot of things can just get silenced. That's kind of how it goes here. Although the card that I really like here, I've seen some people suggest, in the deck that I'm looking to kind of base off of and play from today, is one called Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger. That's on Hearthstone right now. And it does include a Light Bomb. I'm not entirely sure if I want to go that route just yet. Deal damage equal to each minion equal to its attack, so it is kind of a big explosion AoE thing, but we're not going to craft that quite just yet. Vol'jin, on the other hand, is an amazing card, and that is one that probably the first legendary I'm going to be targeting to craft here, because swap, it's 6/2, but Battlecry swap health with another minion, which is just amazing because you're not going to be able to silence that swap. You may be able to silence and it goes back down to 2. Vol'jin does, but that other unit's going to be 2, so great for trading. So we're going to see kind of what we can do here. I still have plenty of dust. I'm going to sit on it a little bit because Priest is not the only thing I'm going to play, but it is something I want to play. So let's go back to not meta, which unfortunately I had to add some cards here. As you can see, the game just decided Murloc Tidehunter is what it wants in this deck. So no, Shattered Sun Priest is at least a little more defensible. Frostwolf General is not. Gurabashi Berserker is not. Lord of the Arena is not. This game is kind of funny with the auto include vehicle here, and Shadow Madness is actually one that's in here. So let me go ahead and just add some of my new cards here, as I apologize for the weird kind of tone that was in my voice a moment ago. But we are going to put in 2 Shrinkmeisters, and we'll talk about the deck a little bit too. To be honest, you're going to be seeing me play this for the first time just as well, so we're going to kind of learn as we go. And I am ranked 25, so I could very easily get stomped by other people. So Shrinkmeister I crafted, Velen's Chosen I crafted, and Light of the Naru was the other one that I crafted. And Light of the Naru, this is the great part, is that where are my spells? I don't know where my spells are, so I can just use the search bar. Say light, not light spawn. Alright, so we have 30 cards in this deck. This feels like there's something that shouldn't be in there. Well, Lotheb's actually a pretty decent addition, thank you game, because I wasn't originally going to put that in there. But I mean, it is another creature. It does deter some spells. Vol'jin and Trogdor the Burninator, which is not what it actually is called, but it's a... That's what I'm calling it today, is the other inclusion in this deck. But this is not a priest deck that just controls with things like Holy Smite and stuff of that nature. It does quite a bit of other stuff, but its main draw is trying to use some pretty powerful early game to get some things going here, and then you just do heal like Circle of Healing. There's no Soul Priest combo here, and I feel like there is something. Well, actually, I am so stupid. There is a Soul Priest combo. I'm sorry, I'm just busy trying to look through the deck and see what exactly I'm missing here, and I don't really think there's a lot, but I know there's something lurking that I'm going to forget, that when I go to the game I'll just kind of go, ugh, and not be pleased about it. So that's my death sound just a little bit, but it does have a mind control. I put Sylvanas in there because that's a great card in general. Cairn is maybe not optimal. That's probably what I would replace Vol'jin with, but it's still a hard card to kill. And then Lotheb, another pretty strong card. A little surprised it hasn't been put up to 6 mana just yet, but hell, let's just go take this for a spin. We've been talking for quite a while here. I have not played in some time here, so we're gonna just see. Oh, I'm 2-star. I am 2-star Angry Chicken. That is 1 more star than I expected. So we'll see how this goes. Like I said, this is just more along the lines of for fun, I hope. Alright, so versus Warlock. The question is it Warlock, is it Handlock or Zoo? This is actually an amazing opening hand here. I'm going to keep all of these. I'm debating not keeping the Circle of Healing, but if it is Zoo, I want to be able to Soul Priest combo. Shrinkmeister's good for trading. Dark Cultist is just good in general. Nice curve, 1, 2, 3. I've never played this deck before, and at rank 25, you're usually going to be running against people who are also very good and have all the cards. So it's Zoo. So that is a good start here. Now, do I want to Shrinkmeister right away? I could trade. If I drop the Northshire Cleric, I'm just going to die. So maybe I should Shrinkmeister. I do have 2 Northshire Clerics, which is pretty curious here, but... Because if it's -2 attack this turn, it's not going to do me a lot of good here. I could just drop 1 and say, do you want to trade? But I don't know. I hate passing the first turn when I want to have some early aggression here. But I think I don't want to just throw away my clerics right now. We'll give it a shot. Like I said, what's the worst that happens? I lose. I hate being passive like this, but what can you do? Why do you call? Alright. So 2 taunts, that's not pleasant, but... Well, I got 2 of you now, so let's just go ahead and test and see how this works. At least want to get something out there, so... just this turn. I don't think that goes into the opponent's turn. I could coin, but it could be better to coin Northshire Cleric. Yeah, I didn't think that would do a lot. Said, not a great opening hand. There we go. So he's just got total board control right now. He's not even gonna respect anything right now. He's just going for face. Okay. Well, I can play that game too. Alright, Shadow Word Pain. This may be where we start mounting our comeback just a little bit here, because 22 health, I can recover from that. Would love a Holy Nova right now, but let's go ahead and drop this. Let's try not to screw this up here.
Is someone injured?
Let's get physical!
Let's get what? Alright, so Mind Control. Kind of a dead draw here. But there we go. We'll see. This typically Zoo doesn't want to just be face the whole time. But Shadow Word Pain does give me some answers. Alright.
You call that?
The question is he actually going to be going for face? No, he's going for the trade. Going for the trade with the taunt. I would have gone with the Harvest Golem, but hey, whatever. Alright, so we don't have a ton of options right now. I hate to just Shadow Word Pain that, but I mean, what's the alternative here is just I have 6 mana that I can play with. If I kill this, that's kind of the issue. I guess there's a few issues here. Is that I would love to use Light of the Naru just to heal something, and I'm pretty sure I cannot use that on myself. But it does say restore health. I think it's probably better if I just go ahead and get some shit on the board.
The damned stand ready.
Alright, so... And I'd much rather do it like this. You know what? Let's give it a shot. Might as well take something off the board here. Alright. If he trades into that, whatever. I'm still hoping for a circle combo. I have a feeling he's just going to go for the face. But this is the turn to kill the Dark Cultist. Like I said, there's a Nerubian Egg. Not a terrible... There we go. I was about to say not a terrible thing, but it is pretty not fantastic. Because there's a lot of ways for these guys to activate it. So, how are we going to get out of this one? 5, and there's really not too much I can do at this point. I can Holy Smite here. I mean, I could try and get something cute with a heal, but I don't really feel like it. So right now I just need some shit on the board. And you want to use these guys to trade, and that's just not what's happening right now. Could play this one a little bit passively, just heal pass. That may not be a terrible idea. Let's heal pass. I mean, I have a lot of solutions I can draw into. I can draw into a Holy Nova. I could draw into... I have 1 Shadow Madness. Maybe I should put 2 in there. I do have other options. It's just that with the early aggression here, at least I have gotten some direct damage answers. So Direwolf Alpha, there's your activation. And, okay, so just going for face. But he can't kill me yet. But I really do need... Okay. That's really good for him. And I don't know if I have a good answer to that. Ha 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 ha. I don't have a good answer to that. Alright, well... Let's just go ahead and...
Well played.
Yeah, I cannot stand when people do that, but I just don't have an answer. Alright.
You have bested me.
And that's just straight up old school Zoo. At least I don't lose stars, but... Maybe if I... And it's like, I probably could have kept some stuff on the board, but that's why we keep playing. It's not my deck. And I've seen some people say that they've had some success with this deck, and I've seen some people say, let's tweak some things a little bit, but At least against Zoo with that early draw, and it's like the Shrinkmeisters are really nice 3/2 bodies, but I just was not able to do much with them. Like if I could have just pulled any of my AoE out, it would have been good. But sometimes Zoo will just beat you by turn 6, so let's see if I can do any better against a Hunter. And it could just be that you get to watch me fail, fail again, fail better. Alright, so let's trash this, let's trash this, let's trash this. And I may just have to go try and find a deck that does things more my way, so kind of a scary opening draw here. 1/3 used to be kind of safe against a Hunter, but I don't know if that's the case. And we're on a new board, so I don't know if there's new things to play with. Here's all the cards that I wanted last time. We'll just drop this and see. All new little clicky things. There we go. Yay, clicky things are fun. Where's your explosions, Goblin Engineering? Alright, so you are playing a Acidic Swamp Ooze. That is not going to work out too well for you right now. Could actually coin Velen's Chosen. That's really an interesting play, and I think I am just stupid enough to do it, so let's do it.
Right away.
Gives me 1 extra spell power too, which is pretty fun. So I have a 3/4, technically 3/7 Northshire Cleric. Hopefully that's a good use of coin. And is he just going to aggro this to death? Looks like it. Oh well. 2 cards for 2 cards. Didn't get the heal out of it, but... And I have a dead draw, so... Kind of a shame. It's one of those things where... Hunter has answers to that, and he just happened to have the answers in his hand. So we'll see. Doesn't look like he's going to be getting me fast, but who knows? Summon a random 2-cost minion. Is that his death rattle, I imagine? Alright, so I do have a Soul Priest, which is good. Do I want to drop the Soul Priest now? I think that could be a decent play. If he floods the board, that may be a little bit better, but I may just want to go ahead and draw it out now, since I do have the Holy Nova. Might as well stay on curve. May be able to Shadow Madness something good with the Death Rattled unit there. So let's see if he sacrifices it. Well, I'm glad Hunter's Mark still. I think so many people were calling for a nerf to Hunter's Mark. And he's going to get the Knife Juggler goodness here. Really, a Web Spinner? Really? Minions with Battle Cry cost 2 more. Well, that's practically everything in my deck. Cool. Okay. Well, this is 3 and under, so... Unfortunately, the math is not adding up for all of these, but... How do I knock this out? I could potentially kill the Web Lord with something. I would much prefer to drop this, but I don't have the mana for it just yet. Alright, so Circle of Healing is still going to be mine.
I wonder.
Let's just handle it, I guess. I'm sure there's some cute play to be had. So that Web Spinner stalled me a little bit more than I liked, because maybe I could have gotten the Blade Master out. Oh well.
I let the dogs out.
And that's not a beast. So that's a good sign, and that is even potentially better here. I really want to take this with the Soul Priest, but that's just not going to happen. So let's just go ahead and kill one into the other. And I can't summon anything else just yet, but down 2 health and not able to taunt a beast. That's good for me.
The Frost Wolves stand ready.
Okay, so this is kind of a basic-ish deck. Could get bad. Okay, the good news is that I can death this. But is there something else that I can do that's a little bit better? I mean, this is still down to 2 health, and if I death, there's not a ton I can play here. I want to play this one I can steal. Well, he's probably not going to have too many more threats other than that 5/5, so let's use this now. And then if he wants to trade into that, he can, or it's going to be 4/3. That lets him survive, so 4/3 versus 4/7. A little easier call than I made it for myself. Plus, I can do this next turn to make it even bigger, although he does have 1 Hunter's Mark left. Okay, 3 damage to enemy and enemy hero. Well, that's new direct damage. And see, that's the fun part of like all these cards I just don't know. So that's a start. Alright. Well, the good news is that I do have an answer to that. The unfortunate news is that I'm not going to be able to get a lot of value for the Shadow Priest. So do I even try and worry about it too much? I mean, it looks like he's playing some small minions, but not a ton. That's 2 attack or less, so I guess we'll just drop this. It's better to get something on the board. And is this a good Shadow Word Pain target? I guess so. It means he has nothing that he can play. But I mean, hunters have pretty good answers. Don't exactly know about the draw mechanics here. There we go. So demoralized him into victory. Didn't get to play with all the clicky things. I need more goblin explosions. We'll play one more game. See if I can get a win here. Win 3 games any class. I don't even remember exactly what my quests were right now. I thought I'd be able to get one by now. 3 victories, beat down, do what? Deal 100 damage to enemy heroes. I haven't damaged an enemy hero yet. This feels like I'm playing Priest. Alright. Let's play another one. So it's kind of like the Zoo game where sometimes Zoo goes wrong and you just got to remember Hearthstone. You're not always going to get 100% win. And then kind of against a basic deck a little bit better, but it's just something where I got to get used to the playstyle of this deck a little bit more. Alright, now this could be any kind of mid-range insanity. Don't know. I'm not particularly confident in keeping Shadow Word Pain here. But I think I will keep Velen's Chosen, because that can really boost me a little bit. Oh man, very, very fun combo if I can make it happen. Alright, so Light of the Naru. Can I actually bust him? I'm going to play the Northshire first turn. I'm going to give it a shot. Light Warden Engine, or Light of the Naru Engine Blade Master, no, Injured Blade Master. Good potential combo here. Is he going to combo eviscerate this Northshire Cleric? No. Is he going to attack the Northshire Cleric? No. Yes. No. What are you doing? Okay. It's pretty cute. Don't know if he's planning on something. There's no reason to play that this turn. And the Mind Control, I don't know if that's going to be a dead draw or not. But he did just give me a card draw, so I do appreciate that. In fact, I can say thank you for that. Alright, so that's kind of the adventures of rank 24, 25, 26, is that you want to try and control the board and then you give your opponent a free card. So I didn't hit intern. But he does have the Frost thing here, so people have been playing for a while. Maybe I should switch my card back to something else that isn't the, oh, look at me, I'm so cool, I played this game for so long and then didn't touch it for a while. But I have done hero damage finally. So maybe I'll get some daily quests, if only daily quests were queued in the backup here. So I do have a good turn 3 play, and I have a very good turn 4 play. And then I can Velen's Chosen whatever the hell remains. Said, I don't know if this is a rogue deck with early pressure or something, but he's thinking about it. Probably a little salty that he gave me a card, but get that eye out of there.
So many options.
So it's your 24 cards to 24 cards. That's just literally a free card. Meh. And I guess the next question is, he has 6 cards in his hand. Is this just some kind of macaroni and cheese deck? And I don't even know what that means, but if he's just rage AFKing, Well, that's going to be a little boring for you guys, but nope, there we go. Re-weapon and attack. Why isn't he... Okay, so he's attacking my face this time, so we play, we learn.
My apologies.
Oh man, Circle of Healing too. Alright.
The damned stand ready.
Turn 4 is going to be
Right
pretty
away.
nice. If I want to go, like, ham for all this stuff, but I don't know if I do. If he's going to do just something like, well, he only has 3 mana, but he does have the coin, so he could potentially, like, Deadly Poison and then Swirly Whirly, Blade Flurry. I gotta remember the names of these cards. It's been a little while. It's like I gotta think of the WoW abilities. But this is the kind of fast start you want, as slow pace as it's taking. So, hello, Loot Hoarder. Are you actually gonna attack my face again? Okay. Well, I'll give him a card draw that he's not gonna forget here. So, all right, let's just go ahead and make turn 4 happen, shall we? Alright, so let's go ahead and play the Blade Master. And let's do best practices here. Let's go ahead and play the Light. Here as well, get the Light Warden out. Supposedly.
In the light's name.
And Light Warden, for those who don't know, whenever a character is healed, gain +2 attack. This is not going to be very pretty for him in just a second.
Fate is sealed.
Because we do this, I probably should have just gotten the 3 attacks, so that's a misplay on my part. And more cards. Light Warden's a little stronger. Only do 1 damage to him. I left a few damage on the table. My bad. Leave it in the comments. I'm sure there's a lot of things that I'm doing wrong. Because I was like, I can attack that guy and still have a 1/1 North Shore clear. It can be okay. So that's a 5/2 scary Light Warden. This is a fantastic early board. This is more of how this deck's supposed to work. And now I can Velen's Chosen Whatever and potentially Shadow Word Pain. Almost anything he can throw at me.
I wonder.
And then my turn 6, I have plenty of options as well.
Pass me that arc light.
Alright, so draw a card. Hope for the best, that's fine. Oh man. Okay. I can't do 3 damage and have something like... I'd love to get another Light Warden out, but this is going to be a little too good to pass up. So let's go ahead and get maximum damage on this. So we got to do 4 here.
Turn to bleed.
And then I think we're just going to go basic here and go ahead and heal. Well, let's see here. I want my Light Warden to live a little better. I don't need too much more card draw. And once again, I always should card draw first. That's amazing for a token creature, by the way.
The light.
Fate is sealed.
9 damage. And I have even more heals. So that's where your Gift of the Naru is amazing, because you have so many cards here that have more health that it just works out. So is he going to like assassinate this? Betrayal! That is a card that I love in Arena. I have not seen in a while, but hey, it only took up my Blade Master. I can live with that. Oh, okay. Still, does he have the answers here to take out some of these other things? I'm sorry. I'm not trying to BM the well played. I actually do legitimately like Betrayal. All right. So does he have an answer here, or is he going to go ahead and take this out?
This guy's toast.
Okay. So he's just giving me cards at this point. All right. So. You know what, I guess it's going to be GG. Let's just go ahead and do it like this, I guess.
Face the light.
Right away.
Alright, so there we go. 1 game where the deck didn't work very well, 1 game where I demoralized my opponent, and 1 where it worked kind of like it should. No win streak bonus, but I do get some quest complete, so beat down 40 gold. 10 gold earned, unfortunately not enough. I do not think to buy another deck, so 65, just a little bit away. But I think that's a good time to call this a video here. I'm going to show the deck one more time because it's not perfect. There's plenty of things that I can do with it. I do think Lotheb is a decent sub for Vol'jin, just even though it's not really a sub for Vol'jin, it's a spell deterrent. But, I don't know, Light Bomb could be good for some of the AoE ability. We'll just have to see. I'll play with it a little bit more. But yeah, I'll do some Hearthstone a little bit more in the days, weeks to come here, just kind of as it piques my interest. But probably do another video with some Priest, and then we'll see if we can get some other stuff going. So that's it for now. This is Way to Fail. Hope you enjoyed what you saw. And if you have any thoughts, feel free to leave it in the comments. I hope this video actually recorded because, God, I've recorded a few things recently that didn't at all. Like, I did a test recording and it's fine, and then I try and do the main recording. Not very good, but this video is actually sourced at 1.1 gigabytes, so there should be some video here as well. But yeah, once again, feel free to leave comments. Goblins versus Gnomes, it's a thing. I don't have, like, the massive, amazing cards, but unless you can buy 50 or 100 packs right now, most people don't. So enjoy the newness while it lasts. I will see you all next time.